There are two professors who are doing dumpster diving right now in the United States, and they're making professional professors look so silly that I just can't believe that this is happening. One is a law professor, the next one is a biology professor. Now the biology professor goes into the dumpster and he's looking for food stuff. The other one, he gets lights and books and CDs and other electronic things that he takes home and fill up his house with it. But the professor, what I'll do if I were a dumpster diver, I'll go in and look for cans, more cans. You look for cardboard. You look for things that you could recycle, plastics that you could recycle and make some money. But you don't want to take things out there to eat or to stock up in your homes, because I could excuse the law professor. I don't know what his high school career was or his early university years, but he's just into law and he don't seem to understand this. But the guy in Florida, the professor in Florida, and his name, he's interesting because he's a professor in biology. His name is Professor Milton Sair, and he's a PhD. He graduated from Berkeley in California, and he went on. Now he's a professor at the University of California at San Diego. Now he should understand, and he's studying sort of bacteria. Now from my little high school work and my little college work in biology and understanding the medicine a little bit, I find that this professor in biology's behavior is really, really irresponsible. Now he's going into dumpsters bare feet, bare hand. He's jumping over it. Look at this dumpster here, all this mark above the 4YD. It's filth, it's bacteria, it's fungus, it's mold, it's all kinds of things there. So he jumps over with his clothes. He takes bagels and other things from other things. He throws it in a box that he took out from the garbage. He puts it in his trunk. He has students with him and then he takes it home and so forth. So he's taking all that nastiness in his car in his home. He can lie on his bed and his sofa with that stuff. But I think those students are just doing this because he's the professor and they are afraid that if they don't go along with this stupidness, they wouldn't get good grades. And that's a problem. The students are saying that around the world and in America, we throw away tons of food every year. And this is just to show how uninformed they are. Because even if you look at your own home, you don't throw away food that is good. You throw away things that are expired. You throw away things that for some reason might have gotten adulterated or it got stale, old, whatever. The funny thing though is that he should know. You will say, well, I take these things, I microwave it or I cook it so that I'm spared the pathogens and so forth. But as a biology teacher, he will know that it's not necessarily organism that would kill you. Even if you were to take all the organisms out by burning them, heating them or whatever, it's the toxins that they had produced in the substance that are going to hurt your liver and give you some serious problems, nervous problems, and kill you. Now you're going to take all that fungus and all the bacteria into your home where unsuspected members of your family are going to be. Then you find that apart from those general molds, fungus and bacteria that with the toxins and so on, you have specific things now. You have uncurable diseases that people have, and they throw waste things into the garbage. Things like TB, things like N1, the swine flu thing. So that, and there are others. Many of them are drug addicts. Many of them have health problems that they have to inject in themselves daily with needles, and they throw those needles into the garbage. Now he goes in there bare feet. He gets stuck with a needle that a drug addict who has AIDS had. Then he gets himself into problems. You don't know what these people have. Blood and syringes, you find those in the garbage, and those are problems. You have female sanitary things in there. You have baby pampers. You have E. coli bacteria from the feces in there. People throw herbicides in there. They throw mercury in there. They throw shavings in there. They throw broken glass. They throw so many things in there that you just can't run the risk of taking these things at home. Now here you have oil containers where they throw the used oil, and then commercial people pick it up and process it into soaps and other detergents and other cosmetics. But these dumpsters are very dangerous places to go. And the first one, he has written a book, and I'm sure that he's going to make a whole bunch of money in the books. He's suggesting that in these hard times, with layoffs and so forth, people should more go doing more dumpster diving to find things to eat and to wear and so forth, and to furnish your houses. And that is so wrong. He says that long ago people used to wear a shoe until it's finished. Now it's because of the style you change, you throw out your ones. Well, in those days societies were smaller, but now with these large societies and people are working, when the style change is to sell more things, so keep the commerce going so that people could earn money and people could live. But if you're going to resort into going to the garbage bin, and they're making almost 80,000 a year, it was given to them so that they would pay for the transportation, the electricity, the food, the clothing, and all these different things. That's how you factor in to get a salary. If everybody know they were going to dumpsters and find things to eat and to wear and whatever, and sleep in the car, then you just give them maybe the money that they'll need to buy the things they will need, maybe to buy the gas or to buy medicine that they will need or whatever. But they're getting all this money so that they could take care of things. Now, if everybody who makes big bucks go into dumpsters, now you'll have less things being thrown away, so again they're going to lose out on that, but then it's going to cut back on the economic thing. Now in California, again, this professor should know that dumpster diving or scavenging is illegal. It's state law. So if he's advocating that, he's advocating something that is against the law. I hope that individuals would look at these folks with the stupidness they come up with and just understand that I don't understand how a professor would be doing this. Now, some illiterate person, some